Hello guys, this is Jan Axaro here and welcome to slightly different video today. Today is the first of my review videos. I'm gonna review almost all races, I think. I will not review maybe those which I will not be able to, because I will be away at that time. I will do as much as I can reviews, so yeah, I will keep updated you what happened in the F1 in the actual race weekend. And yeah, so today we are talking about Australia. Well, it wasn't that good race. I mean, there was a bit boring race, but anyway, it's still the first race of the season and everybody was waiting for the F1 season to start, and of course it was a great emotions for me, and I bet for you guys as well, as we saw the first race on Sunday. So, well, the weekend started quite predictable. Mercedes were at the top, as we predicted before the season, and it looks like it's gonna be like that whole season. So, and in the qualifying session, Massa, for example, was 1.4 seconds slower than the Hamilton's time, which was the pole time. And yeah, that just shows how much Mercedes are in front of the other cars. And yeah, quite an interesting thing was that Ferrari was really close to Williams, and we can see that all four drivers from Williams and from Ferrari were in the in 110. So for example, Massa's time was 127.7, which was third time, and the sixth time was Bottas' time, 128 flat almost. So yeah, that just shows how really near these two cars are, and I think the fight between these two teams will be very interesting, and we will see a lot of fight in the season. So what Red Bull were expected to be also fighting for that with Williams and Ferraris, but as we can see right now, they are having difficulties with the Renault engine, and they are not really doing so well as we saw in the race. Daniel Ricciardo was finished in 6th position, as he started in the 6th as well, so that wasn't that bad, but you know, Ricciardo in his home race, I'm sure he would want it to be a bit higher, and not really great weekend for the Red Bull, as Kvyat was unable to start the race, as I think he stuck in the 5th gear. No, he lost 5th, I don't know, but there was an issue with the Kvyat's gearbox and his start lap before going onto the grid, and he ended the race right there. As well, Magnussen ended the race. His engine exploded from the lap before the grid when he was going out of the box, and the sad thing is that Magnussen was using the same car as Alonso will be using for the next of the season, and Magnussen just destroyed the engine, and we can now see that Alonso has been left with 3 engines remaining for this season. I believe he will not be very happy with that. But anyway, McLaren are really struggling with the new Honda power unit, and I don't know how they will develop the engine during the season, but they are saying that they are really a long way behind other teams, and yeah, they said that they are getting a new package or something development on the engine when the European Grand Prix starts, so in Spain, I would say. What the good thing about McLaren is that this year they are having really nice car. It looks very tight and very aerodynamic, so I would say that they will get really nice results if they could solve the problems with the power unit from Honda, and hopefully they can do that, and we will see a great fight from them in the end of the season, maybe. Mana. Yeah, there was a strange thing with Mana. They haven't started they were at the weekend, but they were unable to run in practice and qualifying and in the race as well, so you probably heard that they will get some money from Jules Bianchi's 8th place from Monaco the last season if they start this weekend, or at least fire up the car, but I'm not sure. I know that they were talking with the FIA and they haven't announced that as I'm recorded, so I don't know will they get money or not. What else? Wonder God. Yeah, that was a strange story before the weekend, and it looked like the Sauber will be, I don't know, maybe they would just be gone from the sport. But Wonder God has finally accepted the Sauber off, I think, and he is not going to drive for this season. And he started the negotiations with the team for the next season, I believe. And yeah, we'll see along the season how it goes. And I think we'll be updated with that as well. Well, this year, as you probably saw, the front wings are really nice, much better than the previous year. We don't have those strange noses and everything, and they look more suitable for the eye, and it just looks better. I think it will not disturb any person, and hopefully it will be alright. Well, Lotus were looking really good before the race, but as you probably saw the race, Maldonado has crashed as always, but it wasn't his fault. If you saw the race and I think NASA was in front and he just touched the NASA a bit and then he spun off track, so yeah, Maldonado has crashed. Then a strange thing with Grosjean, not sure what happened to him, but he retired after the first lap, and that was quite strange, but I think that was issue with the engine. He lost power, and that's it. What we have next, so yeah. So at the moment, with Renault engines are only two teams, so Red Bull and sister team Toro Rosso, and these are only two teams that are running these days with Renault engine. Okay, so qualifying one was nothing really unusual. Magnussen and Button ended in the last places, 18th and 17th, and they were 6 seconds slower than the qualifying one's first place, so that really just shows how much McLaren are behind the other teams. And as I said, they were running, I believe, 60% of the power of the engine, or 50 maybe, I'm not sure about that. Let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, so 3 cars retired from the Q1, then left 15 cars. From Q2, Perez, Hülkenberg, Kvyat, Verstappen and Massa retired. And then in Q3 there was, well, let's see, well, nothing really surprising, but Sainz had better session than Max Verstappen, who has made a mistake in turn 5, I think, and he slipped a bit and he lost few tenths, so that caused him not qualifying into the Q3, and that's basically it. Hamilton finished in first, Rosberg 6 tenths behind Hamilton, Massa 1.3 behind Hamilton, and then Vettel, Raikkonen, Bottas, Ricciardo in 7th, Sainz in 8th, Grosjean 9th, and Maldonado 10th. So that was Q3's results. What was nice thing that Toro Rosso, this race, the Melbourne Grand Prix, was the mark of 10 years in the F1 sport. They really looked forward for the race and hope for the good results, as the results followed from Carlos Sainz, as he likes to be called, Chili Sainz, and he finished in 9th and got 2 points for him, so hopefully it will be a great start and they will continue to develop their car and maybe fight for points in this nice season for them. Okay, now moving on to the race. There was 58 laps in the race, and it was quite strange thing that 3 cars were not even starting the race. So as I said, Kvyat has got a problem with gearbox, Magnussen blew up his engine, and there was Bottas. Bottas got Bottas got pain in his back, and he felt it in the qualifying session, and the doctor's advised not to race, so he followed the doctor's advice, and he was not racing. Hopefully he can get back to the sport soon, as Alonso will in Malaysia. But if Bottas will not be in Malaysia, will not be ready for the Malaysia, I'm thinking maybe Sissy Wolf for the Williams in the next race, maybe. Well, nobody's sure what will be it, but hopefully Bottas could just get well soon and show the results, as he is quite potential for the third place in drivers standings in drivers championship. And Williams, I believe, will be fighting for constructors, for second constructors with Ferraris. So Williams really need the Bottas to get well soon and to race and score some decent points. So Maldonado crashed in the second corner, as I said before. Grosjean retired in the first lap, and safety car in the first lap. And it was quite nice thing that FIA has presented to us in this first race of the season. So that was virtual safety car. I'm not sure how to explain it, but basically it is that before this virtual safety car, you can go when the safety car is on the race. There are signs in the track that drivers can see, and they see that safety car, and they just can't overtake anybody, but they can go at any speed they want before they catch up to the safety car. But this season there is other rules that doesn't allow that, and the drivers, when they see that sign, they should go into the special mode of the car. I don't know, but yeah, they go into the special mode, which allows car to drive only at the specific speed, and it's pretty similar to pit lane mode, that the car, when the car enters the pits, then the drivers press the pit lane button and the car goes at the exact speed. So that's quite similar thing to what it is with virtual safety car. So when they catch up to the car, they are going to add the speed, and when they catch it, they can turn it off or leave it. But before the restart, also they turn it off, so they can restart in the normal speed. It was quite a weird thing with the left rear tire. I believe 3 cars, no, 2 cars were struggling with the left rear tire, which was really not good, and the team wasn't ready enough, I believe, in the pressure situations when they have to change the tires, and the person with wheel gun of the left rear wheel was not really great for those guys. So it's Raikkonen on his first pit stop. It wasn't actually that bad, but it took a bit longer. So yeah, I think they couldn't mount it pretty well, so it cost a bit time for Raikkonen. But on the second Raikkonen pit stop, Ferrari team failed to take off the left rear tire and struggled a lot. When they finally took it off, they put a new tire, and the wheel gun was, I don't know what happened really there, but it seemed like wheel gun was not working pretty well for this tire, and the car was released before they mounted the wheel correctly, and it just forced Kimi Raikkonen to pull over of the track and stop the car. So that was the race over for Raikkonen. As well, he got a penalty for the entering the track with not correctly mounted wheel, and got 10 grid positions penalty. I think after the Malaysian race, it will be counted. So not sure if it will be counted. Maybe FIA will decide not to count it, but we'll see about that in the next race of Malaysia, and I will update you with that as well. Also, with the left rear tire, Sainz team was struggling, and he lost a lot of time. I think he was in the 6th place, and then he dropped down to the 12th place. So that pit stop was not really good for him, and it cost a bit of time to him, as he finished in the 9th position. So he started in 7th and finished in 9th. What else? Yeah, Button. Was really nice to see Button first half of the race fighting with Perez, and he was not going to let Perez pass him as easy as Perez wanted. Well, in the lap 34, I think, there was first signs of smoke from the Verstappen car, and it was after the pit stop, lap after the pit stop, and not sure what happened. What was the pit stop affecting that smoke or something? But at the end of the lap 34, the 17-year-old driver has retired from the race, and not really good debut for him. So now onto the race standings we would go. Hamilton finished in the 1st place, so really good start for his season. He said that was encouraging start, and he will fight for the championship. He is looking to defend it. Also 2nd place for Rosberg, which was 1.4 seconds behind Hamilton. He said he was going to fight also for the championship, and it looks like it's gonna be again Mercedes, which are going to get constructors. Okay, so 3rd was Vettel, 24.5 seconds behind Hamilton, and it was quite nice battle with Massa. It wasn't a real battle, but it was a battle in the pit stop. Vettel has jumped him in the pit stop period. I believe Massa was with 2 stops, Vettel with 1. And Massa got hauled up with Ricciardo, and that was it for Massa's race. He was unable to catch Vettel anymore. Massa. What a great race from this driver. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I was really surprised about that. 2 Brazilians finishing in 4th and 5th place. And for Sauber, the result from NASA result, oh my god, that was really nice result, I have to say. And I don't know, it could be really encouraging for NASA to fight for the points in the next season, in this season. And hopefully we could get a really nice battle from NASA. I believe if he can continue this pace that he had in this race. So Daniel Ricciardo finished in 6th place as he started in this place, and he was the first man which was lapped. And not really good race for Ricciardo in his home race, as I said before. Hülkenberg was not really a man. I haven't noticed him in the whole race, I don't know, but just Hülkenberg was nowhere to be seen, but he somehow finished in 7th place. Of course, the DNF helped him a lot, but I believe it's quite good result for Force India, as Perez finished in 10th, also got 1 point. Ericsson, the second Sauber driver, finished in 8th place, and Ericsson started from the 15th place, so really nice climb, 7th place climb for the Ericsson, for the Swedish driver, and he got 4 points. I believe 4 points in his pocket at the moment. Wait, I'll say, yeah, he got 4 points in his pocket. Chile Sainz, well, 9th place for him. As I said, the pit stop affected his performance in the race, and we might saw Chile Sainz a bit higher than the 9th place, but still pretty good debut for him and for the Toro Rosso, as they are celebrating the 10th year's anniversary on the F1 sport. Well, Jenson Button was the last man to finish, and he said that was a big step forward for the McLaren, and he got really useful data for the team, and Button was really happy. He was 2 laps down on Hamilton and almost scored a point, so that would be really amazing if McLaren could score points, but unfortunately he finished in 11th place. And that's it. So 12th, Raikkonen DNF, Verstappen 13th, Grosjean 14th, Maldonado 15th, Kvyat in 16th, and Magnussen is the last man 17th, as Bottas was not starting in this race. Well, a nice thing as well that Arnold Schwarzenegger was in this F1 race in Melbourne, and he was talking to the podium finishers. And yeah, it was real nice to see Hamilton and Schwarzenegger conversation. As Hamilton said, "Wow, I thought you were taller," but yeah. Also, Schwarzenegger said that he likes F1 and he is really pleased to be at the Australian Grand Prix at the season opener. Now let's go, I believe, to constructors for the end of this video. So Mercedes are in the first place. Unusual stuff, I would say, and of course 2 cars of Mercedes finished it, and they got 43 points. And you know what? Ferrari is the second one with 15 points. That's quite a big difference, yeah. So I'm pretty sure Mercedes are going to be leaders for the season, and yeah, we might see a great battle. Hopefully we can see a great battle between Rosberg and Hamilton, so that would not be that boring. Okay, Ferrari 15 points, Sauber 1 point down to Ferrari, really looking nice so far. Williams 12 points in the 4th place, Red Bull in the 5th with 8 points, Force India with 7 points in 6th place, Toro Rosso in 7th with 2 points, and then the rest of the cars have no points, so McLaren, Lotus and Marussia ending the 10 teams. So that's been this video for today, and hopefully you enjoyed this race. Please leave a like, leave a comment, share your thoughts about the race, what you would expect for the season, for the future of the season, and for the Malaysian Grand Prix. Should I do more of these videos? Don't judge me if I was wrong at something, I don't know, maybe you can correct me in the comment section, but really thank you guys for watching, thank you for your support, and that's been Janaxara. See you in the next review video.